All right, on Build Right, this beautiful Thursday morning, we're looking at compliance for building regulations in Lagos, the district officer's mandate. And joining me in the studio this morning, Town Planner Sahid Lateef Adeyemi is Assistant Director with LASPPPA, that's the Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority, and he's the District Officer Lekki 2. Town Planner Adeyemi, nice to have you in the building. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How are you doing?
Very fine, sir.
How was your journey all the way from Lekki to this end?
Yeah, it was smooth. The traffic was a bit okay this morning.
All right. Okay, it's like driving to the another extreme of town. That's what it means.
Yes, sir.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Engineer Engineer Damilola Olojo Kosoko is also here. He's a principal civil engineer with the Lagos State Building Control Agency, and he's also the district head of Ibeju, Lekki West District. Is that correct?
You're correct.
Nice to have you. Good morning.
Good morning.
And how was your own journey here too?
Not bad.
Oh.
A little bit of traffic around the Highland Lekki axis, the
Okay.
Lekki corridor.
Yeah, it's always built up within that corridor in the mornings. Traffic is normally very, very busy within the Lekki end. What have you been able to deduce as a response? Is it just lots of vehicles, or perhaps people not driving against, or people driving against the flow of traffic?
As regards that peak period, we have to consider that.
Okay.
Whereby people wake up very early in the morning to set out to work.
They are migrating towards this end.
Migrating towards the ends, exactly.
Okay. All right. Let's put that aside and talk about the business of the morning. Town Planner Sahid Lateef Adeyemi. Let's start off with the amnesty program. I know that the Lagos State government did extend the amnesty on completed buildings. That's we're talking about planning permit approvals for completed buildings to the end of December. So, how far is it going within your locality?
It's going very well. Lekki 2 is a new kind of part of Ibeju Lekki that was kind of broken off.
So it's different from Lekki Phase 2?
It's quite different. That's what I was trying to explain to
All right,
you.
we'll talk about that. We'll find out what the map looks like, and you'll be able to talk to us.
Good,
but the amnesty program is going well?
Yeah, very well. Yeah, very well. A lot of people are turning up to bring all their existing structures for approval. And we've really gotten people who still are clamoring that the government should extend it. But because of the Mr. Governor's amnesty extension till December, everybody is now keying into it. And the mandate is for them to get it on time, which is within 10 days.
So when you say people are turning up, like how many people show up in your office every day?
In my office, being a new district that was created from Ibeju Lekki because of the loads on Ibeju Lekki, we are having on average of 20-15 daily.
Wow.
But most of them comes from information.
Okay.
We have rules of what you must have and requirements. So when they come. Out of those 20 that comes around, probably around 5 or 10, depending on the rates when they give them the assessment and when they make their payments.
All right. Engineer Olojo Kosoko, what about you? I mean, how's the amnesty program faring with your own neighborhood as well?
Well, it's ongoing at the moment, and the turnout has been impressive. A lot of developers have been coming in to file in the applications for building plan approval as built.
Okay.
And all hands are on deck from our own hands too. That's from fiscal planning. And they're making sure everything is seamless and approvals can be granted as fast as possible.
Right. So, and Templar Adeyemi, why is the amnesty program, why is it necessary?
Well, when you look at Lagos being a mega city as it was, and the mandate of Mr. Governor to really get everybody in line with the system, that no building must be left untouched without an approval. And we have some buildings that have been existing for quite some time without any form of documentation. So the governor have made it easy for them to come up that, see, let's have all these data. Let's have all these buildings that have been existing without any form of approval to be approved. Okay. And he has given some amnesty before any buildings that have been built without proper approval will be penalized. But he said nobody should be penalized who have an existing building that has been completed.
Right. So the penal fee is taken off.
It is, Mr. Governor has waived it for everybody. Who.
So for those who are really, really keen of becoming repentant on all of this, what's the requirement? What is required for them to come along with?
The requirement is very simple. All you need to do is get your building drawings as it is on site. Get a structural engineer to certify that building okay. It depends on the floor. If it's a bungalow, you just get a letter of certification. If it's more than a floor, that you have the ground and the first, we call it 2 floors. If it's more than that, you get an engineer to do a form of NDT, or you go to material testing for an NDT above 2 floors.
Okay.
So with that test, to show that the structure is still okay, because we are afraid of any form of collapse.
Right.
So if it's okay and it meets all livable conditions, then you bring your architectural drawing, your survey, then if you are a tax compliant citizen, you get your tax attached as well.
Right.
Then you put your title document in. It could be C of O, it could be stamp duty, or it could be deed, all certified true copy.
Right.
Then you are good to go.
And Engineer Olojo, for those who might not have all of this, is it very easy to get all of these documents or all of these things that he's mentioned?
Yes, it is very easy to get. These are not complex documents. We expect everyone to build right in Lagos. You're supposed to have your architectural drawings. You're supposed to engage professionals, get your architectural drawings. The way it's built, the way the building is, that's why it's termed as built.
Right.
You should get your structural drawings. You should get your survey. You should engage. If you don't have one, you can engage a surveyor to get one for you. And in due time, everything is ready.
So simple like that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about your direct responsibilities as district officers representing those different areas. First off, for you, Town Planner Adeyemi, what's your own direct responsibility?
Well, as a district officer,
so you need to come closer to that microphone so that we can hear you properly.
Okay.
Yeah.
As a district officer, my responsibility is to grant approval from either if it's bungalow, that's 1 floor, to 2 floor. If it's above that, then it has to be taken to the head office for concurrent approval.
Okay.
Which is still coming back down to my office. Then too, I make sure that I monitor some aspect of development within my environment. Then I liaise with the community as regard them coming. During this amnesty, we went for some sensitization, maybe with the Obas, some of the ballets as well, that they should tell their people that there is a window the government has given to them for them to bring their drawings and some few documents for them to have their approval, and it should be gotten within the next 10 days.
All right.
Those are my responsibilities.
And for you, Engineer Olojo?
Yes, my responsibility as the district engineer is to make sure you have 100% records of every building within your district. You should have records of buildings under construction. You should have records of buildings that are already existing within the district. The ones under construction will make sure they are being built to conformity according to approved building plan issued by the Lagos State Fiscal Planning Permit Authority.
All right.
Then as regards stage inspection exercise, we'll make sure every developer within our districts writes to Lagos State Building Control Agency to notify them of their intention to carry out stage inspection exercise. We have professionals on ground in building control. We have architects, we have engineers that will send out there to make sure the building is being built right and to approval standards for stage inspection and certification exercises. All
right, let's begin to transport people's imagination towards that locality where you guys superintend as district officers. So, Town Planner Adeyemi, Lekki 2 it's called, right?
Yes, sir.
Talk to us.
Lekki 2 is the boundary of Lekki 2 is from Eleko Junction all the way down to Oshoroko. Now, our office is located within the LCDA, Lekki LCDA,
right,
along that Dangote refinery axis.
Oh,
so, yeah.
That's the update I just gave right now. So it's within that end.
Corridor. Yeah. You know, the tankers are parking along and the road is under construction.
That's right.
They get to Eleko. So my jurisdiction starts. So, I told you Lekki 2 was cut off from Ibeju. Lekki, because of the loads on Ibeju. so that we can have more, give that delivery the governor wants.
All right.
So that there won't be more pressure on Ibeju, Lekki, or so they have to create Lekki.
Two.
Now, like you said, Lekki phase 2 you are talking about. I want to clarify the difference.
Yeah, what is the distinction?
Thank you, sir. Now, Lekki phase 2 is a kind of an estate developed by NTD, New Towns Development Authority, as an estate. It's just a way they call that Lekki, but Lekki phase 2 is under Etiosa.
Oh, okay.
A bit of own Eru local LCDA under Eru LCDA. So now back to that's Lekki phase 2, but it's under another district office.
Okay, so it's quite different. So the communities for under your jurisdiction, and the communities under your jurisdiction are where now?
We have
Eleko,
we have Folu, Origongo, Folu, Onosa, and to go all the way down to the Dangote refinery, to that Lakapai Tropicana axis to Ogun State. That's their boundary.
Okay.
They will share a bit of a boundary too.
Right.
Towards the Dangote refinery, which is the free trade zone axis.
Is it
bounded by Ekpe?
Is your locality, is it very big?
It's very big, but we are bounded by the coastal water.
Okay.
That's the beach. If you are going in, the beach by the right. Then if you are coming out, the lagoon by the other side. But and part of that axis is covered by the free trade zone, which is taking a lot of mass. And we have estates there too. We have Amen Estate, we have Adron Homes, and Rehoboth, then Fortune Plus.
Right.
A lot of estates are developing.
They're developing there.
And they are coming up little by little.
Okay.
But what they are just having issues with are just the construction of the road. By the time the road is done, massive development will start in that axis.
All right, Engineer Kosoko Olojo, let's look at the corridor that you should pretend, Ibeju. What are the communities that you have there? And take our listeners through that location. Let's understand how it works.
Okay. Ibeju Lekki district starts from it shares boundary with Shongotedo. If you're familiar with that Lekki corridor, it shares boundary with Shongotedo, where you have ShopRite.
Just a second. Let me see if I can take this call. Hello there. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Yeah, Raphael.
Again, Mr. Victor.
Yes.
Yeah, Raphael Jeremy calling again.
Okay.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, the further update on the area reported of the falling truck at toll gate in Alateef. I want to confirm to you that it has been cleared up, though the content is still on the median, but it doesn't have any effect on traffic at this moment. Okay. And the affected vehicle has been also taken care of. So at the moment, both in and out of Ibadan Expressway, taking from that secretariat down to the toll gate, 7-up, we have it very, very good, both in and out. There's nothing to be worried about. Down to Alateef, you still have it very good. So even if you all to come up, I'll turn back to you, Victor.
All right. Okay, then. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome, Victor.
Okay, live motorbike reporter sending in some in-swingers there. Toll gate, Simo Talakbare. Broken down articulated vehicle there has been taken up. All right, so Engineer Olojo, you were talking about your locality?
Yes, it starts from the shop. It shares boundary with Lekki.
Okay.
Yes, it starts from ShopRite all the way to Dangote Refinery. Ibeju Lekki is very, very big. It's massive. And we have Awoyaya, Ikpetu, all the way. It also shares border with Ekpe. So it's a very, very big, it covers a very big coverage area. Yes, sir.
So it's very, very big.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So that's Ibeju District Office for LASBCA. That's the Lagos State Building Control Agency. Yes. And people within that communities, they're always coming up to your office?
Yes, they do. A lot of them come to file in their application for building plan approvals. So definitely they come to inquire what they need to do. So what we do as an office is we make sure we guide them right. We make sure we guide them right so they don't go about doing the wrong thing. What the governor has, he has given us the responsibility to make sure, okay, yes, these developers need to be guided right and they need information. So we give them every necessary information as regards building plan approval, obtaining authorization to commence construction, stage inspection exercises, and at the same time, we ensure they use quality materials such as quality reinforcements, The cement they make use of has to be top quality cement, and every other building materials too.
All right. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. We're looking at the district officer's mandate in terms of ensuring compliance for building regulations in Lagos State. And we're taking you to Lekki this morning. We have Lekki 2 and Ibeju district offices. That's the focus this morning. A brief break. When we return, it'll be time to hear from you. If you have any questions from them, or perhaps if you do work or live within the Lekki corridor that they have mentioned, their area of the jurisdiction, you might want to ask them one or two questions. Feel free to bring that in. That will be after this break.
Dear Lagosians, the vision of making Lagos a sustainable and resilient state through community regeneration and inclusive physical planning begins with building right. We all have a role to play in achieving this vision in line with the Lagos State Urban and Regional Planning and Development Law of 2019 as amended. Do you know that before buying a land or building on it, you must check for the permissible use from the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development? Do you know that you must obtain a planning permit and authorization to commence the construction of your building? Do you also know that you require state certification and certificate of completion for building construction in Lagos State? Estate developers must obtain layout approval before developing their estate and obtain full planning permit after the expiration of a provisional planning permit. Their Lagosians, do not carry out unapproved renovation, remodeling or demolition. Do not break the seal on an enforced property. Do not obtain fake planning permits and do not abandon uncompleted buildings. Do not break the law. Build right in accordance with the state operative development plans. Let's work together to make Lagos a sustainable smart city of choice. For more information, download the Lagos State MPP UD app on Google Play Store and Apple Store. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, Àjùmọ̀ṣe Announcer, Lagos State Government.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Build Right is the program, and I still have my friends from Lekki Corridor. We're talking about Lekki 2 and Ibeju Lekki. Engineer Olojo Kosoko is the engineer from the Lagos State Building Control Agency, and town planner Adeyemi is of LASPPPA. Mushin Corridor, good movement is still being experienced right now due to environmental sanitation from Bolade Oshodi Brown Junction all the way to Shodi underneath the bridge, as well as Olukwesi heading towards Kappa, all looking good. Oshodi descending Goro by Terminal 2 is also good, but you have some failed portions of the road at Terminal 2, which might slow you down a bit within that particular corridor. No major worries. Underneath the bridge at Oshodi, connecting Oshodi OK by Terminal 1 is still very much in perfect shape, and better movement as well from Olukwesi to Kappa, Ibeju and Bypass and Oloron Shogo. All right, 08099120777. That's the numbers that you can call us this morning. 0809912077. Limited time on the program. If you have any questions that relates to the built environment, you can feel free to bring that on board so that our guests can respond to them. There's a question here for you guys. It says, good morning. How long does it typically take to obtain building permits in Lagos? JJ, he sent that one in, and I'm sure that will go to town planner Adeyemi, right? So how long will it take?
If all documents are okay and all clearance has been made on the drawings, the structure has been cleared, the architecture has been cleared by
Let's get that again. Said if what?
If all documents are ready, like the structural drawing, the structural drawing, if it's more than one building, mechanical, electrical, and if your tax is well and okay, it shouldn't take more than 10 days.
10 working days?
10 working days.
Ah.
Yeah, because we normally do 2 files. Okay. So that it will be fast. The main files stay with us. We do an account files for account clients. So that doesn't affect the job at all.
Right.
So we do our own work. What we do mostly is the minute file is in with us, we split the file. The main file stays, we do the chatting. That's the chatting officer, do the sketch and everything. Then we do the memo. And by all the community officers done the memo, then I grant the approval. If it needs to take to the HO head office, it will be taken there for the concurrent approval, then return back to me. Even sometimes 7 days or less.
This one says, good morning, Victor, and your guests in the studio. So please Say, please, what can one do? What can one do for a building project that is issued a stop work order? Thank you, David. Okay, stop work order.
Okay. As regards stop work order, I think the person is developing a development without permit. So that will go to my assistant body, LASBCA.
All right,
Engineer will answer that.
Engineer Olojo.
Okay, for a project or a development to be issued a stop work order, that means there is something wrong somewhere. And in most cases, it's likely going to be, these people are not building right, or they are not building with an approval, or the district office is not being carried along as regards that development.
All right.
So for them to have been issued a stop work order means they must have been issued a contravention notice.
And that normally, is that from LASBCA?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
LASBCA issues contravention notice when it has been noticed that, there's something wrong going on somewhere, or maybe the site doesn't have an engineer on site.
Oh, okay.
Or they are building without an approval, or they are building without carrying LASBCA along as regards stage inspection and certification exercises.
So, must I carry LASBCA along all the time when I want to build?
You have to. LASBCA is the regulatory body that regulates building construction in the state. So before you commence construction, you are supposed to write formally to the general manager, Lagos State Building Control Agency, to notify the agency of your intention to commence construction.
Right.
So if you don't do that and you go ahead to site to commence construction, LASBCA would come in. We don't have an inventory of this building within our jurisdiction. What exactly is going on? So LASBCA interfaces with the developer,
right,
to inquire for more information. So if they're not convinced enough, what LASBCA would do is to serve you contravention notice, to present your building plan approval,
right,
and likewise your authorization to commence construction.
All right, then 08099120777 and 09153877127. You can still ask the builders or perhaps the professionals in the studios any question that relates to the built environment. This one says, how can property owners appeal decisions made by LASPPPA or LASBCA regarding their buildings? Okay, you didn't put your name. So is there any way one can appeal that? I mean, if I feel that a wrong contravention has been served on me, is there a way I can appeal that?
So there is a way you can appeal that. You write a letter to the commissioner of Ministry of Physical Planning.
Okay, you need to speak to the microphone.
You write a letter to the ministry as regards your query. In that, let me just give a scenario.
Okay.
Venture your building was served and sealed, and you felt you have all the requirement documents, and that means you're being just judged wrongly. Then you write a letter. There is a particular body that is established to attend to any form of issues.
That's the Building Appeals Committee.
Yeah.
Okay.
To building committee.
All right. This one says, amazing morning to you all. Please, how does your team respond to complaints? Maybe Engineer Olojo can take this one.
Okay, how does
if there are complaints that are served, if there are complaints about LASBCA, for instance, how does your district office respond, or perhaps the agency?
Oh, thank you very much. So we receive a lot of complaints via different means, maybe through text messages, phone calls. We have this whistleblower policy.
Okay.
We encourage members of the public to always feel free to reach out to building controls if there's any form of infraction during construction anywhere around the district. So what we do is to swing into action. We have a general platform in Lagos State Building Control Agency where informations
are shared.
Yes, exactly. Where informations are shared, and the district office with which the information needs attention would we have monitoring officers. They are all building inspectors, professionals, engineers, architects, and also builders.
So that can be taken care of, right?
Exactly.
All right, Tamplan Adeyemi, if I lose my planning permit, what happens?
Yeah, if you lose your planning permits and you have an evidence of what you are looking for, you can actually write Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority to get a certified true copy. It's that easy.
Okay, it's easy. So it's not something for border, right?
No, it's not. You can get the certified true copy.
Okay.
As
All
soon
right.
as you have your file number.
Let's begin to take this home this morning because of time constraints. So, Engineer Olojo Kosoko, quickly, what's your parting thought to our listeners this morning, even as we talk about, compliance with building regulations?
Yes. So everyone out there, we in the built-up industry, we expect everyone to follow the guidelines, follow the rules, no shortcuts. There is a zero tolerance for building collapse in Lagos. I repeat, zero tolerance for building in Lagos.
Where's your office located?
At Ikota, along Lagos, along Lekki Expressway.
All right. So for those
Lagos State Building Control Agency and the Lagos State Fiscal Planning Permit Authority Office.
Right, you're
Kilometer
there.
45.
Okay, Monday through Fridays, right?
Yes, sir.
Not on Saturdays. Okay.
Unless when we have critical
Town Planner
issues.
Adeyemi, your parting thoughts in 30 seconds.
Yeah. I will advise every owners of buildings in Lagos State to take the advantage of the amnesty Mr. Governor has given. There is no penal fee. You will not pay any penal fee. That's the catchment in that. So take the advantage. You have till December ending before it goes off, and after that we go back to the normal way of doing business.
All right, then. Gentlemen, it's nice having you in the building. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so we've reflected a bit on compliance for building regulations in Lagos, the district officer's mandate. And my guests have been Town Planner Sahid Lateef Adeyemi, Assistant Director with LASPPPA and the district officer for Lekki 2. And as well, we've had Engineer Damilola Olojo Kosoko, Principal Civil Engineer with LASBCA, and of course he's the district head of Ibeju Lekki West District Office. We have to go. The program has been produced by Mike James. I say a big thank you to Sanusi Mukaila. He's the Director of Public Affairs for MPPUD, that's the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development. And coincidentally, today is his birthday, so happy birthday to you. A big shout out going out to Akinsoya Adetola, who is Chief Public Affairs Officer for the ministry as well. Next week, Thursday, the program makes a return, but till then, I say a big thank you to Okpayemi Shodunke and, of course, Remy Aluko. Our executive producer is Tayo Akonle. My name is Victor Oteri. Have a great day.